Today I want you to pretend that you have some magical doors in your house. So here we've got a room that looks really sort of unassuming, but once you open those magic doors, they lead to any place in the world that you would like. So when I open it, you can see that I chose this sort of mountain lake scenery, and I can just picture myself sitting on the end of a dock with a book and some coffee and just enjoying myself. So if I could go anywhere or have some magic doors, I think that's where I would go. So today I'm going to show you how to create something like this, and then you can decide what your magical place will be. So to start, we're going to need 2 pieces of paper, but we're only going to begin with one of those. So I have this piece of paper and it's sideways. I don't have it portrait style, I have it landscape style. And the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hold my hand down on one side and I'm going to fold this over to the other side, like this. And then near the top, I'm just going to draw a straight line that goes over. Now, I have these crayons, which actually work out really well. I can put this sort of near the top of my room. I want to see about how high I want to make my doors. I think I'd like to make mine about here. And I'm just going to draw a line using my pencil right along there. I'm going to try to make sure that it's straight and not crooked. So if I take it off, that's about what it looks like. So that is the first step. Then I'm just going to turn my paper sideways and cut on that line that I just drew. So there is my cut right there. And then I'm going to open up my paper like this. And I'm going to cut on the fold all the way up to the line that I just cut. There we go. And then to turn these into doors, I'm just going to take each of these little flaps and I'm going to fold them back. So I'm going to fold it this way and make sure it lines up with the bottom of my paper here, because if it doesn't line up, my doors are going to be crooked. So I like to make sure it goes right on top of that line, and then I flatten it out. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the other side. I'm going to take this, start to fold it, but I'm not going to flatten it out until it's nice and even along the bottom. Once it is, again, I can just flatten that out. So now I've got my 2 doors that open here. Okay, so at this point I can attach it to my second sheet of paper. So what I like to do is I like to open the doors wide towards me and then flip it over. That's going to prevent me from getting any glue on those doors. I don't want to glue those doors shut. Now I'm going to use a glue stick. You can use a glue bottle, but it's going to be a little bit bumpier if you do. So for this project, I really kind of prefer a glue stick. I'm going to have this all the way across like that. And then once I have a good coat of glue, I'm going to stick it onto my second sheet of paper very carefully and then flatten it out. All right, so then once I have this, I can go ahead and start thinking about what my room will look like with the doors closed and what it'll look like with the doors open. Now, once you finish drawing your whole picture, you're going to want to color it in. Make sure you don't really skimp on any of those details. Make it as exciting as you can. And then once you're finished with drawing those doors and adding all your details, then you can open it to reveal your secret location where your magic doors take you to. So start thinking for yourself where your magical doors could take you.